area.
Couple of Hall of Famers, Laffit Pincay Jr., my father, Angel Cordero, the king of Saratoga, joining us on set. Guys, I've had you each on the show, but we've never done this together. Really looking forward to it. Dad, I thought about this moments ago, you running around Saratoga with Dad, with Angel. He's really, really popular.
Very.
Is that irritating after a while?
No,
like when
not
I
at
run
all.
around with Jonathan, everybody wants to say hello and take pictures. Like, it gets a little bit irritating after a while. That doesn't bug you?
No, not at all.
No, a
I
lady
don't
came
know,
out and said to him, "That's my favorite jockey. That's the only one that you respect, Racito."
Better man, better man than I am. Angel, it's a special weekend. It's Whitney weekend, and tomorrow the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Something you were a part of in being inducted into the Hall of Fame back in 1988. What do you remember most about that day, that moment?
It was very touchy because I was waiting for a long time, and happened to be the same time and the same day that my daughter born.
Wow.
When I was doing the speech, my sister-in-law told me like this, like she born. So I wanted to name a Hall of Famer, but they won't let me.
Same day she was born.
The same day at the same time.
Incredible. Who introduced you? Who introduced you?
To the
yeah.
Joe Hirsch.
Joe Hirsch. Wow. Were you nervous?
No.
The speech?
You know, it's funny because I didn't think he liked me that much. He wrote an article on me like I was rough rider. I should go back to Puerto.
You were a rough rider.
Yeah. And then when they was coming to the Hall of Fame, he wrote me something to say, about it. And that was good because he saved me because I didn't know what I was going to say. Only like Pancho Martin says, "Thank you very much."
The crown, the king of Saratoga. Dad, for you, it was back in 1975 you were inducted into the Hall of Fame, but you weren't actually here. What was the story?
Well, what happened was I had a broken collarbone, and I was a fear in those times to talk in front of people. So I took that as an excuse, but I regretted not being here because it's so important to be there and receive that honor, and I told my agent to receive the trophy for me
on your behalf.
On my behalf, yeah.
And you, I mean, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, there's a win with Capote in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile for Dwayne Lucas. You start your first start in America in 1966. What was that like being so early in your career in 75?
I was so surprised, but I guess I was doing so well and winning so many races that I was happy I did, but I didn't show up, and I regret that.
You've had a chance to see your bust, yes? The plaque?
Plaque?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay,
Yeah,
just show,
I have seen it. Yeah, I have seen it. Yeah.
Back in 1975, and not that it needs explaining for either of them, but part of the reason. Look at some of these stats of why they're both in the Hall of Fame. It is staggering when you look at this tale of the tape. Pincay and Cordero combined 16,587 wins. That's a lot. Grade 1 wins. Dad got you by 6 there, Angel. Triple Crown races 1. Angel got you by a couple there, Dad. More than $400 million in earnings combined, not to mention 7 total Eclipse Awards between them. Guys, you also won 3 combined Travers Stakes, but the one we want to discuss is not one either of you emerged victorious. He knows what's coming. That infamous 1978 Travers Stakes. Dad, you're riding Triple Crown winner Affirmed. George Velasquez on arch rival Alydar. Angel, Shake, Shake, Shake. We pick up the action on the backstretch, Dad. What happens?
Well, Angel was carrying me out, and I thought I was going to lose too much ground on the turn, and then I looked back and I saw Alydar in the inside, and I said, he's probably making a race for Alydar, but he told me in the first turn that my horse Gray Now, he told me, in going to the first turn. And then going to the second turn, I didn't believe him that the horse was trying to get out, So I said, you know what, I'm going to move before Alydar start taking the rail. So I moved, but I missed Josh, I maybe because traveling all night, maybe being tired. I didn't realize how far I was from George. And when I dropped in the rail, I thought I had enough to go, and I didn't. So I got him tight in the rail, and that's why he got disqualified. But yeah, that's why he told me the horse trying to get out.
I
you know?
drove them to the
your
airport that
defense?
night.
Yeah.
I drove him to the airport that night, remember?
Yeah.
I run into people, and I went up so he could make the plane. So everybody thought he was mad. I said, if he would have been mad, he would have never run on my car.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're always blaming it on me, and sometimes it wasn't me. It was somebody else.
Did you set the trap?
No, my horse was getting out, that's for sure. And I told him, but I know he probably won't believe me. But when we got on the backside, we were way out, and he saw Alidar moving. He got me first. He shot me off first, but I wasn't going anywhere. But what happened to him, I know how Fen used to make the lead and pulled up.
Yeah.
He was clear when he started, but as soon as Fen saw daylight, he relaxed, and that's what happened.
I forgot to say that but yeah, he got to, when he gets to the lead, he'll wait.
Yeah.
So he's waiting, and me judging how far I was from George. I went to the rail too quick, and sure, he had to come out of there.
I remember you telling me that was the worst you ever felt after a race, and didn't want to ride, but then went back to California the next day, Del Mar, and had a pretty good day. Yeah,
I had a very tough flight back to California. I believe me, I felt so bad, you know. And I told Linda, your mother, I said, listen, I'm gonna take off today. And she said, okay, if you don't feel like riding, don't ride today. By the time I got home, I started thinking, I said, you know what, I'm gonna have to face the music. If not today, it's gonna be on Monday when I come back to riding. And I rode that day, and I ended up winning 4 races and the stake. So I was glad I did. You know, so yeah.
the best medicine.
Yeah.
He may be okay with you, Angel. I'm still very disappointed what took place in that 78 Travers Stakes.
You always think I did it on purpose.
Because here's what you did do on purpose. Spin it forward to 1983. The Belmont Stakes. Pick up the action, entering the far turn. Dad, you're on caveat on the inside. Au point in between horses, and Slew of Gold gonna slam the door, Dad, right in your face.
Take a good look at it. When he went in, when he started, it was room, but when he got there, now there's no room. See?
Yeah.
There's no room there, but I don't blame him. He didn't want it, but it was no room.
No, when I started going, it was room.
But when you got there,
and then you notched that. No, when I got
put
there,
the
it
other
was
guy
no
to
room.
block
But
it,
if I don't do that, I'm gonna go down. You know. So I had to go. Believe me. And but you nudged that horse a little bit.
Yeah, I pushed the horse on the front.
Yeah.
The horse in front, it was too far away, so I pushed him trying to get to him before. And we did. We closed the hole before he got there, but he was already committed to go, man. He was going anyway.
What's going through your mind right here, Dad, as the hole is
I'm going,
getting
and it's a hole there. It's a big hole there then. And then Angel looked back, and he just nudged that horse a little bit, but I was already committed, man. I said, whoa, I gotta go, or I'm gonna go down, or I'm gonna lose the race. So, yeah, that's what happened.
There's scraping paint, and then there's that. I remember you came back, like you actually had holes in your boots from scraping paint.
He hit the fence a couple of times. I could hear the fence, boom, boom.
Yeah, I scratched the fence pretty good. Well, you know.
How long was it? Because Woody Stevens trade, caveat, it was a little while before you rode for Woody again, yes?
I don't think I ever rode after that.
Never after that.
No. He blamed it on me when the horse broke down, but believe me, you know, I know he had room when he started. But when he got there, he wasn't there. But I don't blame him, because if he comes out there, he either go down or don't win the race. So he was never mad at me. He never been mad at me. Only one time that I didn't do nothing to him. I got to tell you this. He came back after the last race one day, and I didn't ride the last race. So I was watching Muhammad Ali fight. He walked in, and knowing his temperament, because he reduced a lot, and not only he reduced a lot, he was very clean rider. So whenever you do something to him, he took it personal. So I told him one day, when you learn how to do that, you won't fight anymore. So he came back after the race, and I know he was mad. And he looking, so he came to me and sitting in there, and he come in front of me and said, what excuse you give me for me not to hit you? What I do? He said, don't play stupid with me. You almost dropped me. I said, I didn't even run in the race. So he said, who's number 3? So he head for the shower. Knowing that he likes to fight, I went behind my friend. Come on, Laffit, don't worry about it. No, who's number 3? He was number 3.
Who's number 3? He's number 3.
He was number 3. He was looking forward to that day. I mean, I thought I never thought that he would ever swing at me because we was good friends. But that day, he scared me because he stood right in front of me. What would you do now if I swing to you? I said, I guess go down because I don't know what to do.
You told me this is how you would disarm him, making him laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Making him laugh. And
I
that
made him laugh all the
would
time. I could be a comedian and have him in Fred Road, and I make him laugh all the time. We got ruled off from places for laughing. People used to get mad at us because we laugh all the time. That's the way it is. He looked at me and I looked at him, and his laugh coming all the time.
You were laughing after the '85 Kentucky Derby. A couple of years after that, '83 Belmont we just revisited. Angel, you were on Spend a Buck and taking no prisoners in front, turning for home and dad. You're on Steven's Odyssey, who gets into a little bit traffic, runs really well. Just not a good to caller and capture Spend a Buck in the end.
Yeah, I thought he'd probably stop, but he didn't. He just kept on going. And
I wanted to make a deal with him because he never won the Derby at the time, and I won it like 3 times. I said, you give me one of your Eclipse at a one win, and I give you one of my Derby trophies.
Well, I tell you, I finished second many times to really tough horses, you know, and I thought for a while I was never going to win a Derby. And then I got lucky getting on swell, and I ended up winning the race, and that was a dream come true for me, because that's the race I wanted to win. I didn't want my career to end up without winning a Derby. So
second to Secretariat, second to Spectacular Bid, some of the best horses
another great horse, you know, and then second to Spend the Buck with run such a great race that day, you know. So. And then there was one year where the filly beat me that she wasn't supposed to run.
Leroy Jolly did not want to run.
And I finished second with Rumbo, which, from what I hear, Rumbo had the fastest quarter-of-a-mile
finish
run in the Derby.
Fastest final quarter mile in the history of the Derby. I'm in trouble at the top of the stretch and came flying.
Yeah.
Looking back at some of these races, and you guys were such fierce competitors on the racetrack. How were you able to maintain this friendship during your careers and obviously thereafter?
We went out every night. Him before he married, Georgie Velasco and I.
Not every night. Not every night.
Almost every night. So we were friends. You know how when you play the game with your friend, that is different. That's more pride than anything. The money didn't mean nothing. Even when we was last, we used to ride. So one day we got him in between, and he comes in between Georgie and I in the stretch. I come out, pushing to Georgie pushing back to me, and he was like a punching back. So after the race, I said to him, claim foul against Georgie. He said, I claim foul against both of you. So I claim foul against Georgie, and the two, I said, why are you claiming foul on the Georgie? I said, because he bothered my friend Laffit. They took both of them down. So I go to him, I said, could you come in the movie and give me a hand? Give me that look.
He's so tough on Georgie.
Yes, my
Nobody
brother.
nicer than Georgie. One of the greatest riders ever. So tough on Georgie.
No, I do because I love him.
They used to call her the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Remember that movie, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly?
Who's the good,
Well, he
who's
was
the
the
bad,
good.
who's the good,
He
who's
was
the
the
bad,
good
the
one
ugly?
because he
I
won
was
all
the good
the
one.
because he won all the races. So I was a
And
bad one.
he said he was the bad one.
So it was nothing left on Georgie.
My money would have been. Guys, this was so much fun. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Pleasure
Angel.
to be
Pleasure.
here.
Always
Thank
good
you.
to see you.
Yeah.
Dad,
Okay,
thanks so
see you.
much. We'll see you soon.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, I'll see you in September when I'm back on
September.
back in California. Yeah, I'll be here. I'm kind of busy till the end of the Saratoga meet. Angel Cordero, Laffit Pincay Jr. joining us on Saratoga Live as our coverage continues on this Thursday afternoon.